second hand, girl. I know man don't want you. Brand new second hand, girl. And I better you go back round, so you're just a brand new second hand, girl. Oh yes, you are a brand new oh goodness, man. Morning to you all out there in TV world. Blessed love.
Pleasure to have you in Kenya.
24. Kenya 24, right? The case.
That's how we do it.
Sure.
Bushman in Kenya.
Bushman in Kenya.
How's been the feeling?
Third trip to Africa.
That trip to Africa, first in Kenya. Yeah, 2 days you've been here. How is the feeling?
Yeah, the feelings is quite nice. Words can't explain. Because the people are so great. And the place not much different from Jamaica. It's
not different from Jamaica.
The overcast just make it a bit chillier in the mornings, but as soon as the sun comes up, it's right there.
All right.
Right there.
So who's Bushman? People would ask. Break it down.
Well, Bushman is a musical medicine man. He is from the parish of St. Thomas, which is on the eastern side of Jamaica. As they say, wise man comes from the east. You know? The name was given to me by my first producer, Steely and Clevey. At first, I thought it was ridiculous. Calling me a
how did you even
boy.
end up with the word Bushman?
I was just making that covenant with the Most High, which, you know, the covenant of a Nazarene vow makes you not shave or cut your hair and so on and so forth. Certain type of meat you don't eat and so on and so forth.
You stick to idle food?
Right. So being this little picky-head Rasta youth now, coming from country to town, I guess that was just the perfect name to call me Bushman, because basically a man that does not comb or shave has to be a Bushman, right? So there and then I started doing some research on the name, which brought me to Australia. And I learned that the Aborigines in Australia are also called the Bushmen.
The Bushmen.
And in West Africa, most medicine men are called the Bushman, because most medicine comes from the bush.
Yes.
You know, so there and then, I'm saying to myself, the kind of music that I sing, social commentary, finding solution for most of our problems and stuff, then I have to be the musical medicine man within music.
So you are the musical medicine man?
I am the musical medicine man, the Bushman.
All right.
Rastafari.
Talking about your experience in music.
Yes.
How long has it been in the career?
It has been, December would be 20 years to be exact.
20 years.
Right? Because my break was in 1995, December of 95. Yeah. And I broke with a dancehall tune, which brought me to America and parts of the Caribbean. And then after the album, the debut album, Nyaman Chant, came out, then I found myself touring Canada. And then when about the third album was out, then I started Europe. I started touring Europe about 2000.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So doing that, I've been yearning for the call for Africa. But there and then, being a Western African, you know, because I don't want to call myself a Jamaican, and I don't see why some black people in America would say I'm Afro-American. You are an African.
You are African.
You are an African as long as you're
all
a black
the origin is from Africa.
Right.
All right.
So basically, I started yearning for Africa. But then, as a child growing up, the way how they project Africa to us is like you don't want to go to Africa, because they make Africa seems like only sufferation is in Africa. Africa is not quite built up and stuff like that, you know? And then after being a teenager now, we start learn new things. After being an artist, we start learn from people who have bad experience coming here, things not working the right way, and so on and so forth. So the first direct call that connected was Ivory Coast.
All right.
And then the second call was Nigeria, which connected.
So Nigeria, first of all, started with Ivory Coast, then Nigeria.
Right.
All right.
And then Nigeria was just last December too. And then when I was in Nigeria, Kenya was calling, yo, Bushman, when are you going to come to Kenya? You know what I'm saying? Then
and
Ghana
finally
start calling and so on. Then finally, I'm here in Kenya. You know what I'm
Let
saying?
me ask you, the reggae movement has been very, very massive.
Vast.
In Kenya. And of course you're putting up some of Bushman pictures on your screens. You can watch.
Definitely.
This is the man. He calls himself the reggae medicine man, and the musical medicine man, and he's right here in Kenya just to tell us about. The question is, Bushman, the reggae industry has grown big time in this country. There's a huge following about reggae.
Right.
How do Jamaicans view Kenya?
Well, I cannot speak for all Jamaicans.
True, but
I
generally,
can speak. Generally, yes. I think Kenya, just the word Nairobi, because in Jamaica, if you deal with general knowledge, love to watch the news and so on and so forth, and the weather, Nairobi is the name that is called constantly. And I am in love with that name Nairobi. I am in love with it.
You should do a song about Nairobi.
I have to. My right name is Dwight Duncan, but
yes.
Why should I call myself Dwight Duncan when that's a Babylon name? Dwight is not from Africa. Duncan is not from Africa.
You have to get an African name.
When you say Kunta Kente, you're talking about Africa. When you say Kenyatta, you're talking about Africa. So to me, the Bushman, it has to be like an African name.
You hold Kenyatta, because we hosted Luciano here the other day. We had Burning Spear come together the other day. Charles was here, and they were like, yo, you people don't know how much we respect.
Yeah, we love Kenyans, man, because really and truly, we think that Kenyans are people who stand for something, and if you don't stand for nothing, then you definitely fall for anything.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's and for me, to come back on the motherland. I was here maybe 10 life ago. This black blood has been around for over 1 billion years, been through a lot of changes, a lot of stages of flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like when you come back, it's like
you connect
here,
instantly.
you're connected, man.
You have already been here.
And everyone that's in Jamaica, there's someone in Africa that looks just like that person. So
have you met your look like?
Yes, I've met my look like, but not in Nigeria, not in Kenya, but in Ivory Coast.
You met your look like in Ivory Coast?
My look like. And we were all over the place in Africa. We were like twins. Only thing, we weren't stick together, so we weren't Siamese twins. You know what I'm saying? But it was an instant connection. And he was like looking at, yo, Bushman, everyone says I look like you. You're my favorite artist. And we just connected.
Let me ask you, the big song, the big massive song, brand new secondhand.
Yes.
I can only count. I can't even count the number of times I've walked into a party and that song doesn't play.
Okay.
What inspired that song?
Well, I did a project which was called Bushman Sings the Bush Doctor. It was a tribute to Peter Tosh. We knew, I guess most Kenyans know Peter Tosh is a legend of the music who used to be in the Wailers, and then they both departed and started doing their single stuff. Peter is influential in my life, and I think one of the things is that when I travel, when one identifies Jamaica, then they say Bob Marley.
True.
But I think Peter has done tremendous work too.
Peter is a legend.
Yes.
He's a legend.
So I was like, why don't I do a tribute to Peter Tosh? And then people who know about Bushman will learn about, and don't know about Peter, will learn about Peter. And people who know Peter and doesn't know Bushman will learn about Bushman. So it would work vice versa. And paying a tribute is also paying, homage for a great legend of the music. So there and then we did brand new secondhand, which was a part of the project. And intuition told me to release it as a single. And we did.
As a single.
And we did. And it was off the chain America. We released it vinyl, and the vinyl was off the chain. A lot of people never knew that vinyl was that powerful, because a lot of Manhattan clubs were still using vinyls only. And when I say vinyls, I'm talking about records for who don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
Kenyans understand much of your language.
Yes.
Yes.
So we were mostly using vinyls. Only to come to Kenya and found out that this song is a massive song.
Oh.
Just one of them, Creatures of the Night. I learned a lot
Creatures of the Night.
A lot of people love Creatures of the Night also. And then we have some hits that from what I've seen, the response within traveling, working, sharing with people, Fireburn a Week Art is a very powerful song.
True.
I don't know how powerful it is in Kenya, but the concept of Fireburn a Week Art, it speaks of how I look at Kenyan people. If you don't stand for nothing, then you fall for anything. And it's like being a weak art is like you're not listening to Bob saying, get up stand up for your rights. You know what I'm saying? So Fireburn a Week Art is a very powerful song.
So let's talk about the concert going down.
Yes, it's Friday.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, and it's my third time in Africa. It's Kenya, and guess what? Friday is the third. Word. So guess what now? One other thing I like, really and truly, it's also my birth month, because I was born on the 22nd of April. You know what I'm saying?
And you're in your birth month, performing for the third time, and the date is on the 3rd.
On the 3rd. So to me, it's like something that I look forward to. Yes, most definitely.
Look at that camera. That is your camera, Bushman. Invite Kenyans officially.
Kenya, do remember this. To all the Kenyans out there, you can be anything you want. Just know that you can be anything you want, because mind is the most powerful tool on your body. And as long as you put your mind to it and your heart's made up, then you can do anything you want. I think we should acknowledge ourselves as a people or nation, pull our resources together and be that king concept that we know we are. Up in mighty race. One God, one aim, one destiny. Black, powerful, and mighty. Kenya, black power, Rastafari.
What?
Yes.
Boom!
Boom blast. For whatever it costs, you know. I love this place.
Drop the lines of the new video.
The new video. It's called a thing there. Jah never fails. He never fails. Jah never fails. He never fails. Hear why? The devil life get cut off. When you see the up full man a step fools no talk. Up your work get chopped, he then get stopped, pagan get flop. Me and Charlie proceed on a bonus before watching from afar. See, say them a really underestimate the star. All them want to do is just to reach a cookie jar. Want me crash and broke my neck in on my car. Just to get the base of me, them all they try. Them try to draw me out, sing and me not tell you no lie. Tell them that the limit is the sky. Jah is my protector on both sides. Jah never fails. So just acknowledge that there is a creator. You know what I mean?
That you should have told to the atheists.
Yes. Then he has to acknowledge that.
He has to acknowledge.
A creator.
True that.
There is a creator.
Concert going down tomorrow?
Yes. Concert going down tomorrow. Yo, anybody can tell me my right name. Me say it before. Get a ticket for the concert. So if you can call and tell us your right, whether I'm here or not, just call and tell me my right name. My right name what Babylon give me.
And you get a free ticket for that concert.
You get a free ticket for that concert. And do remember, today we're also launching Football in Style. Football in Style is this Black History Month. In Jamaica, February is Black History Month. Because in the West, most of the freedom fighters were born in the month of February.
All right.
Including Bob Marley and Dennis Brown also, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you know, just
all
to
of
name
them.
a few. So we acknowledge February as Black History Month. Now, February is the only month that carries the correct days. It brings 28 days. And on the Lumina month, it brings an extra day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
This event is based on football playing, artists playing football with the locals, and then after football we do stage show. All incentives go to this multi-purpose complex that we're building to facilitate talents, whether it's music, sports, or whatever. So we've been talking to Chinya under the tree, as you know, and we're on the same page.
We're on the same page?
Right.
So today's being launched?
We're launching football in style in Kenya.
Football
we're doing
in
a
style.
6-a-side football competition, trophies and stuff. And October it will be official. Kenya. I love it.
Bushman! The legend himself is
Yes,
here.
sir.
He says, you know what? You can do everything and achieve everything if only you put your mind into it.
Yes.
And African people are powerful people. His concert is going down tomorrow. Charges are at 1,500. Just get a ticket. VIP tickets are going down at 2,000, my friend. DJ Bling will be hosting the whole event.
Yes,
it's a whole list of party.
Yes.
You need to be there. And I don't know, JP, do you have the events board ready? All right, let's have them on here so that we can also run you through all the other events running up. We have New Wave International, that is DJ Tsunami having
New Wave Club Invasion
happening down on Friday.
Yes.
The next one we have Bushman Live in Kenya.
Yes.
There you have it. The venues at City Cabanas, Mombasa Road.
Mombasa. I love that name, Mombasa.
Mombasa Road.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
You love Nairobi and you love Mombasa.
Mombasa.
Then you have Mombasa Laughs happening this weekend. Island Bar
Laughs.
at Mombasa Bar and Lounge. At Fort Jesus, Mombasa again. Good Friday reggae party going down at Merchant's Bar at Mlolongo. You better make a date. Don't fail.
Don't be late, make it a date. Watch out, so much things happen on that night. Now do remember, go to those happenings early and then you come and see Bushman.
You have to be there for the Bushman concert.
To them happenings early.
Let's end up with a brand new second hand.
Hey, look here, man. You are a brand new second hand girl. No man don't want you, brand new second hand girl. You better go back round, so hey, I live among the creatures of the night, vampires, hypocrites, and parasites. I listen, Lassie, give I strength. Lion of the jungle,
the lion boy,
Africa. Yeah, the cradle of civilization.